Hello and welcome to the Quick Start video for Leave module. This video will show you how to manage the configuration of your account. We'll walk you through the steps to set up and customize your account settings to meet your specific needs and manage various leave-related configurations for your account. First, go to the main menu and select Leave. Once you're in the Leave module, look for the Configuration option. Click on it to access the settings. The company settings is where you can configure general settings for leave management that includes 6 subtabs. The company policy is where you can set up the company workweek to be assigned to the staff. Annual leave policy, where you can set the accrual if it's earned or full year policy. The calendar year, financial year, and employee anniversary is the full year policy where the company gives out the full year balance at the start of the year, while the earned leave policy is the based on the daily and monthly. The leave calculation based on is used if you give increments to the annual leave based on calendar years or years of service. The policy for new employees will only appear if you are using the full year policy in the leave accrual. If you use the daily and monthly, automatically the balance is prorated based on the earned period. Next, allow employees to apply annual leave more than their current balance. If this option is ticked, it allows users to take annual leave even if they do not have enough balance. This means that if an employee applies for more leave than they currently have, their annual leave balance will go negative, reflecting the additional leave taken. You can also require the staff to apply the leave in advance by setting the number of days required. Tick the attachment settings if you need attachments for annual leave and if you want this to be mandatory, and if you want the remarks to be mandatory. You can also set when the staff can apply for annual leave, and tick this if you want to notify the leave admin when an annual leave is approved. Employee leave policy. If this option is ticked, it allows employees to apply for other leave types even if they do not have enough balance. This includes leave types such as compassionate leave, examination leave, marriage leave, maternity leave, and no pay leave. By enabling this option, staff can take these types of leave beyond their current balance. If this option is ticked, it allows employees to apply for 2 different leave types on the same day. For example, an employee can take off in lieu in the morning and annual leave in the afternoon. It's not recommended to tick the third option because the system will automatically calculate the total days applied when an employee selects the leave period. If this option is ticked, treating leave applied on a half working day as a full day's leave will deduct 1 full day's leave balance, even if the employee applies for leave with a half-day schedule. In the leave cancellation, you have 3 options. First is to allow leave cancellations means employees are allowed to cancel leave anytime regardless of the status. Second, allow leave cancellations submitted before leave date applied. And the third is disallow leave cancellations means employees are not allowed to cancel their leave. Leave approval policy. In the leave approval policy, you can tick the settings you would like to enable for the assigned approving officers. The first option is to give the approving officers access to the leave details, which allows them to read the application description and open any attachments. The second option allows the approving officers to apply a block leave on behalf of the staff. Third is to allow them to cancel a leave, and the fourth is to allow them to approve the leave application through email. Other policies cover the leave calendar policy, calendar sharing policy, and the roundup policy and other email notifications. If you allow the employees to view the leave details on the calendar, make sure to tick these settings. And if you want to sync your external email to the Just Login calendar, tick this option and link the external email address. Leave calendar sharing policy. First is to share all leave calendars to everyone means all employees can see who are on leave. Second, allow employees to see the calendar, but only within the same department. Third is no calendar sharing at all. The staff calendar will not be shared to everyone. The Roundup Leave Balance display is a policy where you can convert the decimal places to the nearest whole number. You can choose from the options we have with examples provided. Leave email notifications. Tick the first option if you want to notify the leave admin for any changes in users' leave information. Second is a notification that will be sent to the employees whenever you do a manual adjustment to their balances. If you give them additional leave, or if you will be deducting some of their leave balances, they will be notified. Third is to send daily email reminders to the approving officers if there are leave applications pending for their approval. If you tick this, you can set how many days do you want to send the reminder. The fourth is to exclude the colleagues on leave information from the leave application email notification sent to the approving officers. If this option is not ticked, then approvers can see who are on leave. Advanced settings. If you allow leave application in hours, tick the settings to set the hours required to equivalent to 1 day. Enable off in lieu is to allow the employees to submit their OT hours to be converted to a leave type. You can also set how many months before the approved off in lieu will expire, and if you want to send reminder to the staff if there are leaves that will expire. Employee on leave email settings is to send an email who are on leave to everyone, leave admins, supervisors, or colleagues people reporting to same supervisor. Second tab is the leave types. You can see here all the default leave types the system added and the government leave types if account is in Singapore or Malaysia. You can also create a new leave type. You can customize the name, the color, the entitlement, the days for calculation, remarks, when the staff can apply, who can apply for this, and of course the other leave options. Tick whatever settings you may need to enable for this leave type, only to save it. Individually, you can also manage the leave type settings if you click the name of the leave type to also configure, and don't forget to save after you made some changes. Third tab is the grade setup. The grade setup page is where you can create different grades for the annual leave entitlement only. Use the default grade if the company is giving equal entitlements to all staff. But if the entitlement is different, it is required to create the grades. For example, different groups of people will have different number of entitlements based on their position in the company, or maybe based on the number of years of service in the company. Now I will show you how to create a leave grade. Click the Add New Grade button. Then, create a grade name for this group. After that, set the entitlement per year. If it's fixed entitlement, then this grade is all good, you just need to save this. But if this leave grade includes increments for every year of service, you need to turn on this feature Set up leave entitlements based on years of service. This means that every year or every other year, depending on the company policy, is that employees will be given increments to their annual leave entitlements. Example, every year employees are given additional 1 day of annual leave. Initial entitlement will be 14 days, and the maximum entitlement is 21 days. The number of years after hire, this is where to set how many years before the increment will start. Let's say after 1 year of service, staff is given 1 day extra. And you set the number of extra days here. Let's add 1 year after hire and 1 extra day. Now let's add the other increments. Click on Add More. Add 2 years after hire, then extra 1 day. Then add more, add 3 years after hire, then extra 1 day. And so on until you reach the 21 days maximum. Then save it. Next tab is the importing of leave records. This is important, especially if you will be using the system in the middle of the year, so you can add all the leaves taken by the employees before you started using the Just Login system. We require the import of records for 2 primary reasons. The first is to display the employees' correct leave balances. The second is to add history to the system. Here is how you can import your leave records. Step number 1 is to download the template. Step 2 is to edit the file according to the correct format by adding the user ID, then the date of the leave. The date format should be the year followed by month followed by date. Indicate the number of days, the leave taken, and who is the approving officer who approved this leave. The records you will be adding here are all the leaves taken by employees, not just the annual leaves. So remember to save the file once it is ready. Let's go on to step number 3 now. Go back to the system, then drop or drag the file on the designated area. Then click on the Import button. Step 4, click on the button sheet 1, then click on Submit. Step 5 is to confirm the information source. Check if the information in the system is the same with the uploaded file. Then click on Confirm Action button. For the last step, preview the data population. You can see now what is inside the file you just uploaded. Review the details. If everything looks good, then you can click on Submit button. You will see a success message on the screen to confirm that the records are now uploaded. But if it failed, the system would also show you the reason why it failed, so you can revise the file, then upload again. That is it for the import leave records. The next tab is the Department Admin. This is the page where you can assign administrators per department who will manage and administer the leave records of the employees under that department. For example, I will be assigning some employees who will be the department admin. Ariel will be assigned to accounting department. Ara is for the admin department, then Ava will be the customer service department admin. Once these employees are assigned here as department admins, they will be given admin access, but limited to the employees assigned to that department. The last tab that we have is the leave users. This page will show you all the employees who are allowed to use the leave system. If the box is ticked here, meaning the employee will have access to the leave module. Once the configuration have been set up based on your company policy and employees are added on the account, you can start using the leave module. That would be all for the Leave Quick Start video.